sleep, gotta build. There's a ground that needs to be drilled, and all I wanna do is dig.
From the Dead Workers Party, a podcast about all things Minecraft. Enjoy your stay in the Shaft.
The Shaft, Episode 2, recorded on October 8th, 2010. I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson.
I'm Eric Fullerton, and this is The Shaft.
And Eric is very excited about it.
I'm still giddy.
Did we say a date on the first episode?
Yes.
Because you might realize that it's the same date.
It's only been about 15 minutes.
It has. We figured we wanted to go ahead and talk about Minecraft.
So much has happened in the last 15 minutes, too.
First of all, let's do something that we're only going to do on this episode. We're only going to do this once. And this is predictions. How many episodes do you guys predict this series will last?
Oh. Do you want to go first?
You know, I've been thinking...
You're
about
optimistic.
This.
I think you're going to go high end.
Yeah, I've been really thinking about this, and I could see it really only lasting 5 or 10 episodes. But at the same time, there are so many different updates happening all the time. We're in alpha, blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, there's a ton of stuff. There's always crazy new videos and stuff, insane stories of what we're doing in game. So I'm thinking... it'll at least last a year, so maybe 50 episodes.
You go. That's remarkable. Brent, what about you?
I'm going to go with about 350.
Okay.
Maybe more, because right now there's 349 items in the game, so we'll cover each one, and then hopefully there'll be more items by then. So
wait, that's 7 years.
Yeah, he's got to put in more stuff by then, right?
Wow.
So I'm gonna go with a cool 1,000, $1,000 of episodes.
Wait, how many years is that?
Well, maybe we'll start doing them daily.
Wow, and I thought I was going to be generous with 20. I really did. Now, because I think we're gonna find that we're gonna get that initial groundswell. This is my prediction. Wesley predicts. I think we're gonna get that initial groundswell of the initial people responding, and then we'll have about 5 episodes of good hilarity where we're making fun of all the really silly Minecraft stuff, and then things are gonna start petering out, and we're gonna go, hey. Star Wars: The New Republic came out. We should play that.
I think it's going to trump, and there's going to be some people mad at me for saying this. I think the community is going to be larger than Team Fortress 2.
Really?
Wow.
Well, there's a lot of creative people in the Team Fortress 2 community, obviously, with all the songs, all the artwork, and all the mods and all the cool stuff. But this community really spawns creativity because the game itself is about creation. So, I mean, this
we're
grabs
all creative.
You know, this grabs all the artistic people, all the creative people, all the people with a lot of time to spare.
Well, that is a good point. That is a good point. All that time to spare is spent in Minecraft. They've been like, well, I didn't really make that song I told you I was going to make because I made a statue.
All right.
Here's a screenshot.
True, there is that.
Can I get in that sightings part you mentioned earlier?
Yeah. So, okay.
So if we make it to my milestone, if we make it past 20 episodes, I'll sing a song. I'll sing a Minecraft song.
Okay. And if we get to 1,000, I will give each of you $500.
Sweet.
Wow, can't wait.
What about your milestone?
On my milestone of 50.
If we make it to 50, a full-fledged
radio play.
Nice. Minecraft radio play.
I like it. Okay. I'm committed.
Yes, you will be.
What have I done?
And there goes Eric's fall.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so what do we got down in the shaft today?
Well, I think we're going to talk about our journey.
Yeah.
Right? What we've been doing. And then, of course, we have the Excavation Station Day where we name some things that we want to think should be added to the game. And then we'll get into the Minecraft Daily where we'll talk about news and updates. And then we have our sightings where we'll talk about videos and screenshots we've seen. And then, of course, resources, where we'll give you some great links. Because right now, I think that's what people are starved for, is getting data for the game, right?
Yeah.
There's not as much as a lot of other games. And then we'll go on out with the listener contributions, where you tell us whatever.
But unfortunately, since it's our first episode, we won't have any of that.
Actually, we do.
We do?
We have our first email.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Isn't that great?
Well, excellent.
In between episode 1 and 2, we got an email.
Wow. That's pretty fast typist. How many words per minute on that?
Well, 1 was so popular that, you know. Okay, so let's do this first. Our journeys.
Nice.
I feel as if I should whistle while I work.
So, you want to go first, Brent? What you been working on?
Sure thing. Well, one of the main things I've been working on lately is a log cabin. Actually, it's not really even just a log cabin. It was more of like a resort is what it was, but made out of logs.
A lodge.
That's a good way to put it.
Vacation
I mean, it
home?
was like 4 stories and going off. I had a lake out there, and I've started playing stuff. Well, when I was putting it in the fireplace, I basically had a recreation of something we're going to be talking about later in the sightings, where the lodge burned down. So I immediately told people, teleport here if you want to see, it burned down.
It was kind of cool. You were standing there, and there were all these wooden blocks, like all floating in the air from the ones that had burned out underneath them.
Yeah.
They were all on fire. It was kind of.
So that spawned my new project, where I went in and all the blocks that had disappeared, I started replacing with obsidian because I was mad at wood.
So it's like a black vacation home now?
Yes, except for all the fire that was still on fire, I left. So I'm building around the fire, and I'm making fireplaces around some of them. And some of them, they're just in the wall, just sitting there in the wall, just on fire.
Weird.
So it's like this black tower with fire on it. It's
I gotta
pretty
go
cool.
check it out.
I feel like I'm watching a David Lynch movie.
Maybe we'll film it later. And besides that, I've got my running project of just my house that I'm trying to mirror and make another house across this area with trees. That I'm trying to. I keep growing trees in between the 2 houses, and then cutting down the trees and leaving the foliage. So I'm going to have this big canopy of green just over my yard.
Oh, okay.
With
Doesn't the
trees.
unconnected foliage like
Die.
disappear in the sun though?
Yes. If it's not connected, I guess, to a tree or something, maybe even grass. But I actually have trees I have like 6 trees that go.
Oh,
between.
okay, gotcha.
And so they're the base. And then besides that, I've got a skyscraper I've been working on. So that's about it for me.
Nice.
That and working on the server, trying to work with our great host and make sure it stays up and things like that.
Yeah. At Minecraft.com with a Y. So I finished up a couple projects. I did Fort Nailhead, and it's basically 2 big bunkers with a main chamber. It's got barracks with a bunch of bunk beds. It's got a war room. It's got a prison. It's pretty cool. I built it out of smooth stone and half blocks. So it was pretty time intensive. I finished that, and then I wanted a tiny little project, so I did a cemetery. And the cemetery turned out really cool. It's up on a hill with a big, white cross, and it's got a bunch of headstones. And I put in a couple headstones to start with, and in hopes that other people would just kind of drop a sign down, and, something funny that died. So far we
should make one for your lodge.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a tombstone for Firefly. Disco
Control Point, the
podcast.
Yeah.
Cheetah's Strip Club
in Atlanta.
This was Cheetah Strip Club was a big strip club that was built right in the center of our city, and it was pretty much of an eyesore. So we kind of decided as a
Is that why
group,
she hasn't logged on anymore?
Maybe.
Because you tore down her strip club.
Well, in our defense, we were told that she approved the teardown. So we're like, okay, well, if it's
Who
approved,
told you this? Was it Flonk? Flonk told
I
you
don't
this,
want to
didn't
give
he?
out names. It wasn't Flonk, but I don't want to give out any name stirs. Stirs.
But it was, anyway, I think the city looks better without it. But she did build a really awesome airport with a giant Boeing coming flying in.
Yeah.
It's really great. So she redeemed herself. She's cool. By
the way, the airplane is really.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's all made out of wood.
It is. It's a giant spruce goose.
But
Yeah.
like the
I'm
interior,
gonna go and try and put in a fireplace in there.
there's a cockpit with 2
There's
chairs.
torches
and-
already in the cockpit, and I don't understand how they're not lighting a place on fire.
Well, torches won't.
Really? Okay.
Right? Am I right?
I am not willing to say that. I have seen stuff burn.
Yeah.
And I'm a little gun shy with anything.
Okay,
fire.
I'll take that back. I don't know for sure. I know that flame will for sure. That's really it. I'm working on some more stuff, but I'll talk about that next week.
I have mostly been working on my hole.
That's personal.
I decided to make a big hole, mostly because I had no building materials. I'm running around the world. Everybody has all this stuff built, and I've got no building materials. But I don't just want to like find some place in the middle, like in between two buildings and start. So I kind of, picked a spot that was far away from, everybody else. I branched off from Clyde Frog's entrance to Fangorn, and
The Fangorn Forest.
And I found this cave that basically had a big opening to the sky. And what I did was I started making a shaft that went straight down from this big opening to the sky. And
wow, if people turn in at the wrong times, they're going to have no clue what this podcast
I
is.
know. Because I wanted light. I wanted to have natural light. I didn't want to make 18 million torches, and
What about at night, though?
Well, that's just it. After I got to a certain point, I encountered some lava, and I deliberately excavated out the lava so that it created a column running down my shaft.
I'm feeling that's going to happen a lot.
Which provides me with natural illumination.
And then it was great because you told us about it, and then all of us came over and played with Wes's shaft.
Yes, y'all came and played in it. Now, we had a server rollback at one point in time, and I lost everything that was in some of my chests. So I lost basically all the materials I was trying to claim when I built this thing in the first place. So I now have started like going off of the side of my shaft and down at the bottom where you're reaching the dead end stone, so that I can get lots of redstone and all that kind of stuff.
So we call it Go Runk.
Is this joke still going to be funny in 50 more episodes?
I think so.
Are we going to be giggling about this forever?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm about 3 years old mentally, so I will be 90 physically and be laughing about the shaft.
But now what I'm trying to do is I've encountered large amounts of lava down here, and I'm actually starting to try to see if I can't build a gargantuan lava pool and some structures around it.
Wow, very nice.
So that's my goal right now.
Ambitious.
Very ambitious. So, I guess that's our journey so far, and that leads us on to
This.
Excavation station.
Now, Bob Mills did that bumper for us. He's a great guy. He plays with us. He plays in our shafts. Okay, Excavation Station. This is where we propose new features for the game, stuff that we want to see happen. So I guess I'll go first. The first one I want to see is color dye. And
Well, I think that's definitely in the works.
yeah, it actually is. After I wrote this down, I discovered the to-do list for development, and that was one of the items. So I think that would be a good thing in moderation. I mean, I don't want to look forward to seeing pink buildings and neon green crap, and you know what I mean. You don't want an ugly world, but there's a lot of times when you want maybe like a nice stone trim around some corners or something that you maybe want it a little darker, a little lighter or something. So hopefully he does that right. But yeah, color dye. And then the other one is weather effects. And now I know that he's working on that too. I want to see rain. And then I discovered that Notch, the creator, has a couple of videos that he has on his own YouTube channel, and one of them is environmental effects, and one of them it's raining in the video, and he's just testing it out, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's the ground kind of splashes, and it looks great. So.
My only thing with weather effects is one of the main issues with the game right now is that since you have this huge world and you can do all kinds of stuff on it, it's a huge memory hog, and I can't imagine that weather effects would help that much at all.
Well, I think we'll see help because he's hiring developers that will come in and kind of clean things up and make it not as much of a hog, right? Yeah. So then you trade off with adding new features that then take up that space.
I'm all for that.
I think we'll even out. So
yes.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, since I think it's running about as kind of like WoW. Like uses about as many resources on my computer. It seems like.
Well, it's not surprising. I mean, it's
holding. A big world.
Yeah, and there's no zoning. Once you go into the world, you have it all in your memory. It's there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think more importantly than just seeing it rain or storm or whatever is if the environmental effects actually have an effect on the world itself. Like right now you have snowy levels. If you start up a single player game, you'll randomly get a snowy level and it forms on the ground and you can pick it up and then it'll form again, just like grass does. It'll grow. And so that's really cool about that. But like, what would rain do? Would it make dirt muddy? Pool up?
Oh, that's a good one. Like if it made, I
mud-
think it would do
mudslides?
different things on different blocks. So if it was like on stone, maybe it would pull up, and if it was on grass, maybe it would sink under. And if there was holes underneath, maybe fill those up and start another waterfall or something.
You know, it'd be cool
Things
if
like that.
certain metals eroded.
Yeah.
Torches went out.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
That would be
Outdoor
heinous.
torches.
Yeah, that'd be.
Maybe you
that'd be
need
dark.
lanterns. Lanterns.
Yeah.
At that
Well, he's
point.
working on lanterns. I know that. He's working to replace torches with lanterns.
Yeah. So what would you add, Brent?
Oh, what would I add? Vehicles. I hear he's working on a dragon. Is that true?
What?
I heard he's working on getting.
I
a
heard
dragon
flying
in there.
mounts, but I didn't know a
I
dragon.
want a whale.
A whale.
So you have a whale. We
built it.
Maz
I know.
made a whale, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, that's one of the things. I really want a Halloween event. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Wish granted.
Well, see, I kind of had the same problem as you. I put some of these down, and then I found things that did them. Like, I wanted kind of where you could do zones, like where you could say, okay, you're building from here to here. You got that area. No one else can build in there unless you let them. And then basically there's plugins or something, add-ons,
Yeah.
mods that does stuff like that.
Cuboid. I found the Cuboid plugin.
Is that the one that does that?
Yeah.
So it's, things like that. And I don't know. I hope they kind of take the idea of like being able to look at a wiki, and how they operate wiki. So if someone comes in and defaces a page, you can clean up just that page and not have to redo
Yeah.
the whole dang thing. So I would like to be able to go in and select an area and say, go back 3 hours or X amount of time,
or
on just
erase
this.
all the actions that this person did on it.
Right. Oh, that would be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think the wiki kind of they've been dealing with this for years now. And so to me, it's that same kind of mentality. You're letting everybody come in and do whatever, and hopefully they don't mess things up. And if they do, the community fixes it. Well,
Yeah.
this is kind of a tool we need to help fix it.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Wes? You got some ideals?
My wish list is very simple. I want fences and railings.
Well, we have fences.
They need to work better in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because right now there is a bug where if you like jump on top of one, you get stuck. And you have to log in.
Okay.
I
Railing.
haven't ever seen a fences. I haven't ever seen.
I think
fence.
that's why, because the first time I put one up, I got stuck for like 20 minutes going like, what is going on? I can't move. And you like try to run off, and you run off, and then it pulls you back. And then someone told me.
like, if you could have a railing so that it doesn't right now, if I want to have something so that I don't walk off the edge into my pit, I have to put up a whole block, and it's kind of hard to look over it. But if it was kind of a railing, you can kind of walk up, and it'll stop movement, but it won't.
Well, the idea behind the fence is it's half a block in height, and it's impossible to jump over.
Yeah.
So,
So it keeps people out
yeah.
unless you want them to. I think that's a good idea. It's just if you land on top of it, you get hosed. Because I guess it doesn't know where to put you, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Because you're not supposed to be
jumping
there.
over it, you're jumping on top of it.
All right, yeah.
So I guess if you clear out all the area and make sure people can't
What's the
jump
recipe
on it.
for a fence? How do you make it?
I think it's blocks all on the lower side.
Okay.
Blocks on the bottom 2 rows.
Yeah.
Because people ask all the time in the game, and I think I memorized that correctly.
Okay.
But, wiki that sucker if I'm wrong.
Yeah, we'll probably use something to give recipes out. Like I always thought the numpad was probably the easiest way because everybody has it on their computer.
Yeah.
And it's 9 blocks, and you can just go, okay, well, it's just this and 1, 2, and 3, and this and 4, 5, 6.
Cool.
So we'll try to give out recipes like that in the future.
That's what I want.
Okay.
And some ideas to go along with that. I use glass right now. I know it's a pain in the butt, and I would much rather have a railing. And also, if you don't want to fall off a ledge, you hold shift down and you can't fall off.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to get, if you need to look at the side to put blocks out, you can just shift and walk over to the edge and then put them out.
Yeah, and it's impossible to fall off, which is lovely. So we're gonna do some news. Are you ready? Finish with the features.
Indeed.
Alrighty then. Here we go.
From the Minecraft Daily, news and updates.
News. Okay, here we go.
News.
Okay, so this is kind of cool. Right now, there are 2,000. No, that's how many players online right now. Okay, this is how many registered users they have. They have 1,168,000, more than 1.1 million people. Whoa. Okay, so of that, 30% bought the game, which is 357,000.
Now, if you don't buy the game, what do you get?
You get the single player. No. You get the build mode, right? You get the creative mode, or whatever it is, which is basically you're not mining for stuff. You have the ability to put down whatever block you want.
Oh.
But you don't have multiplayer, right?
Right. Yeah, it's not multiplayer.
Which to me, I don't play the single player that much.
No, I don't anymore.
I was thinking, I started playing it again just since we were doing the podcast. I figured I should have at least some kind of knowledge of the difference between the online and the single play. But for the most part, I'm stopped right now at the building I was making, standing on top, looking at the mad bear or cow or whatever was rushing my house and waiting for day.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever go back to single because, I went back to my single player the other day and looked, and I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I clearly didn't know what I was doing.
When I played single player, I had a great time, but I didn't have sound for it. This was back when the sound glitch was going on.
Yeah.
And so I lost a lot of the ambiance. Like, I lost hearing the skeletons behind the walls and hearing the creeper.
You had to hear them.
Yeah, I've never heard a creeper go off. But I do kind of want to go back and do it just because it's a completely different thing. I mean, it's.
But you can't show off your hard work and stuff. And you can't collaborate, and I don't know.
But there's that whole survival aspect of it.
But yeah, there is that.
So, I don't know.
And
I mean, when you open up a wall and lava pours onto your face, it's scary in single player. In multiplayer, it's like, oh, look, lava.
It's like, maybe I can find some obsidian while I swim through the lava.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so here's the last little factor that's cool. In the last 24 hours, there were 20,955 people register. And also, 7,500 people bought the game in the last 24 hours.
That is crazy.
That's nice for Notch, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
and
he's starting a business on it and everything, so that's really good.
6 employees, I believe.
I wonder what the turning point was when he figured out something was going to go crazy and he was going to get filthy rich.
I think when PayPal shut his account down to see why so many people had given him money all suddenly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can check out these stats in real time. Go to Minecraft.net, and there's a stats button. And that's cool that he gives out that kind of information. You know? I mean, it is an indie.
I think he knows a lot of people are rooting for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very rare for somebody to make something and have it take off like this. And
in alpha.
Yeah, and everybody is excited about this. I mean, from what a lot of our listeners tell us, every gaming podcast in the world has somebody who's buried in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've already done 2 podcasts on Nog about it. And it'll probably be another 10. Well, maybe now that we have this outlet, maybe not.
Yeah, but this is a good thing that we started this podcast. So anyway, okay.
So, and you can get those stats at just minecraft.net/stats.jsp, right?
Yep. So this is a little old news, but we might as well say it and catch up a little bit. Valve mentioned Minecraft in their official blog, and that was really amazing, and I think that helped in the big explosion of new Minecraft users.
I think Penny Arcade was the big tip-off.
That too. Yeah.
That's the one that really did it.
Not 1, but 2 comics. Mm-hmm. And they were funny. They were good. So that was really neat. And also, the last one here is the Halloween update.
Spooky.
Hey, they took my idea. Between the first segment and this one, they are,
It's a popular show. A lot of people listen to it.
Really cool. So there's going to be some really cool stuff coming out. And I love the fact that they've got those little pumpkin heads, so you know there's going to be pumpkin blocks.
Yeah. And fish.
Do you think we'll be able to carve pumpkins?
That would be awesome.
Oh, that's kind of
like maybe
cool.
They'll have like a toolbox
like
where you
mini
place
skin
the
editor.
pieces of pumpkin and then where you want. Oh, okay.
That's cool. I like fishing. Fishing is a cool idea, so we can catch some scary fish.
I love how they put, or possibly just regular fish, since you can't do it now. And now the one thing I'm wondering is, do you think most of this is going to go in for the online version as well as the single play? Or?
Oh, I don't know. I
a
assumed
good
it would be
question.
for both. He's got to know how many people love multiplayer, though. I really hope. He says that there's going to be bug fixes and stuff. I think that a lot of those bug fixes are going to be with the multiplayer because that was high priority for him.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to bug fixes. There's a lot of like crappy things going on in multiplayer, such as duping items and stuff that need to be fixed. You know?
Right, but there's also some things that I would hate to be fixed. Like, I hope I don't know, like having
Like
to
the
make
torch
diamond picks all the time would suck.
Oh.
But like right now in multiplayer, there's a bug where you can just drop it and pick it back up and it'll replenish itself.
Yeah.
And I find that almost a mechanic of the game now. Like if I had to rebuild that dang pick every time, I would be
I do think
crazy.
that the durability on the diamond pick needs to be upped. With the rarity of diamonds, I think it needs to be upped.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to be using all your diamonds just to replace
your diamonds.
your diamond pick all the time.
Well, then, and you would basically use your diamond pick to find a diamond,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I can't tell the last time I found a diamond.
Yeah.
And I know I've gone through my pick a few times. So
I've
it's like-
found 6 my whole experience in multiplayer.
So it's like on our server, we have a Minecraft.com set up a what is it, Heyo mod for our server for the admin GUI, and you can actually set kits, and we have a kit now that you just type /kit space tools, and it will give you one of each tool. So if they did fix it, at least we would kind of be set where we wouldn't have to actually deal with that.
That's true.
But also, what were some of the other things that are semi-broken but is good?
Water. Oh, that is good? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. It seems like there's some other things. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Water seems to kind of be broken.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did that on purpose
How is
or
it broken?
not.
I don't understand. Everybody said this. I don't understand how it's broken.
I think you're supposed to be able to take it and move it like somewhere else and start a new thing of water.
Like a spring?
Yeah, like a
okay.
spring. And I don't think you can do that. Right now, how water works is where the spring starts, it'll go out 7 blocks.
Right.
And if you don't go down that 8th block, it will stop.
Right.
And it won't go any further. Now, if you go down that 8th block, now it will start over and go 7 more blocks.
Right.
So that's how you can keep making a stream out. But I mean, I would really like to be able to take water up to the tallest point on my hill and make a waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that. Or, make a lake, things like that. But I wonder if people would abuse that too much and just, it'd be so easy to farm obsidian if you could move lava and water.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's kind of dealing with griefers. Like, how easy would it be to grief someone if you just walk into their house and, oops, I dropped some water. Now your water, your whole place is flooded.
And all the metals will erode, and the wood will become rotten. Is that a little too over the top? So go to minecraft.net/boo for the list of updates for this Halloween thing. And I think it's really weird that they're doing it on Halloween. October 31st, 2010, the Halloween update is going live. Is that weird or what? Is that a European thing?
No.
I mean, shouldn't we enjoy Halloween before Halloween and not after?
I think it's awesome. I mean, I'll be at Disney. I'm not going to be here. So,
okay.
But at the same time, like, it gives you something to do on Halloween. It's like, hey, let's celebrate the day as opposed to,
That's true.
But well, and a lot of this, they're calling it the Halloween update because it happens on Halloween. Like, if you look at the list of stuff, there's only like 1 or 2 things that's actually Halloween related.
Oh.
Like the carving of the pumpkin. So I think it was just kind of like, well, we'll add that in because we're doing it on Halloween and it's a good date and we'll kind of tie it all together. I don't think it's like, there's not going to be like a bunch of costumes and stuff and
See, I think about it kinda
decorations
like-
for your house where you can put out little ghosts.
Yeah,
and
I'm thinking
things,
of like World of Warcraft, where it's like pumpkins everywhere, and it's very much Halloween. And
that
then,
would be,
yeah.
I know what my next prediction for something to have on your, like an improvement. I've thought of it already. I know my episode 3.
Okay, episode 3 prediction. Okay, so I guess it's enough about the boo
update.
So I guess we'll move on down the road.
Sightings.
It's so beautiful. Oh my God. It's so intense.
I think that's the only reason why this segment is named that.
Yeah. Sightings. So intense.
All right, sighting time.
Yeah, I finally went in and watched this first video that you put in here with the 1-to-1 scale model of the Star Trek Enterprise. It was some crazy stuff. I mean, I know he imported it or something.
Yeah,
but...
that was the thing. A lot of people didn't know that he imported it.
Right.
And it was like, it spread all over the place. I saw like Felicia Day tweeted about it too and stuff, and it was huge because it is an awesome feat, you know, to do in any game. A 1-to-1 that means walking around, looking up, going, "Oh my God, this thing is huge."
Yeah.
But yeah, you just imported it.
Yeah, I mean, how awesome is that, really? Right? You know, that anybody can import any model.
It was a good idea.
Yeah, it was a good idea, but
Yeah.
it's like...
I can credit him with the idea.
Yes, but, you know, now someone needs to go in and put the Death Star in there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty big things. I don't know what's imported and what's not. You know, it's always hard to tell. But like, you know, Statue of Liberty and stuff like that. But yeah.
Now, what I do think is cool is his idea of taking this and letting people onto the server with it and actually fill in the interior and make rooms and levels and floors. I think that's an awesome idea. And see if it's almost like a new server, right? You're no longer on the world server, you're on the Enterprise server, and now you can come in and actually play a fun Star Trek game. Oh, is that wrong?
The next one is Minecraft plus Portal. This one's really cool. Somebody did a mod apparently that creates a real portal gun. And so you can do your in portal and your out portal, and they did a complete texture swap, and they did a really nice looking portal map, complete with working portal gun. I mean, it was wow.
That's pretty cool. Where the lava and the water were the portals.
Yeah, because
the
orange and blue. Yeah, so that was really cool. You gotta check that out. And this is a little old too, but I figured we should catch up. This is the fire. I saw this video before I even started really playing the game, so I didn't really understand how severe this was, really, you know, and I didn't know if fire was a hack or something. I didn't really know, but if you haven't seen the video, it's basically this guy built this this huge wooden house, 2-story house. Looks great. It's really beautiful, and then he kind of demonstrates how to start a fire in a fireplace or a little fire pit. So he lights the log on fire and stands back, and he's like, "Yeah, and it's great." Mid sentence, it starts spreading to the walls and the bookshelf, and he can't believe it, and the whole place just burns up. I mean, it's a pretty funny video. I don't know if it was staged. I want to say it's probably not.
I don't think it was. He sounds really natural.
Yeah, I agree. He's either a really good actor or it really happened, because that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
When I burned mine down, I was just like, oh God.
And that's one reason maybe not to have the rollback feature is that there is object permanence in this.
Yeah.
And if you catch your big wooden house on fire, it's gone.
Well, I would want that feature to be like an admin thing.
Yeah.
To go back in. But, yeah, I mean, he like is trying to show how to start a fire, and like that's how it happened to me. I was just like, well, I built this, you know, fireplace out of obsidian and made sure I had like every block under it covered on the sides and above it. And I'm like, well, I'll just try it. I'm right here. You know, what can go wrong? I can just, if it catches something close, I can just, you know, put it out real quick.
Yeah.
And I light it, and I'm like, okay, it seems fine. All of a sudden, the wall next to me catches on fire. I'm like, oh, crap. So I hit it, and then the other wall catches on fire, and then I hit it, and this one's back on fire. And then all of a sudden, it's just like the floor, and like, so I chop up the wall to see if it, you know, I can stop it. But when I chop it through, I look through, and like 3 more blocks are on fire on the other side. I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I think at this point it's time to just enjoy a big bonfire. So I'll walk out front, you know.
I think the best tip for creating a fireplace in a home would be to build the fireplace first and light it. Then continue to build your house. Because if it starts burning, well, you've only put up a few bricks. Now you got to fix it, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's a great tip.
I would definitely do that.
Maybe that's something new that people in our chat room will agree with. That's new material that they like to.
Oh, they're in the chat room saying we already know this stuff. But yeah, this is an early show here. We gotta catch up on stuff. So.
Yeah. If you think this is stuff you've already heard and you know stuff that other people haven't, send it to us. That's the best way to get it out there.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it on the next episode. But we had to start somewhere, so this is where we're starting.
Yeah.
And next on there, I guess it's the Left for Minecraft. This is a video I found that at first I wasn't sure what it was, because the poster of it is like a Left 4 Dead poster, but it's like the Minecraft block guys, all their characters. And then you start looking at it, and what it is, it's a Left 4 Dead map that they brought in the Minecraft textures into.
Cool.
He says he's working on it, and he's going to try to get all the implements that you use in Minecraft as the weapons in the game as well. And he's going to basically make like a couple Minecraft levels that you can play through. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh, that's cool. The movie poster is awesome. It says, "I hate creepers," and it says, "Minds of the Living Dead." All right, so I guess that was sightings.
Sightings.
Now it's time for some of this.
Resources. Oh, this section.
All right, so the first one, this is the most important link you're going to want to know when you play Minecraft, and that's the Minecraft Wiki, or the Minopedia. That is minecraftwiki.net. Anytime you want, I mean, it shows all the recipes, all the craftable items, all the smelting recipes, everything you want to know. And, there's no tutorial, there's no help guide or anything that comes with Minecraft. So this is it. This is where you want to definitely go. I was so lost in the game without this. I was ready to just quit the game and go, oh, this is stupid. I don't know what I'm doing,
Right.
But yeah, the Minopedia.
There's another one out too that's it's a little more flashier than the Minopedia. What was it? It's like Minecraft Warehouse. Is that it? They just posted on our forums.
Oh, the MinecraftWB.com, Minecraft Workbench.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's like a repository or a portal for tools and textures and mods, and everything's nicely categorized, and it's a really nice looking portal. I'd like to see that grow.
And I believe right now too they have a $100 builder contest going on, so definitely a place to check out.
Oh yeah, sweet contest, very cool. Make money mining, people.
Real money.
Real money. Next up, the official Minecraft forums, and this is excellent. That's minecraftforum.net, the place to be to talk to your mining buddies, learn about stuff, and see amazing screenshots. There's like a screenshot thread there that's just off the chain rocks, coal. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's excellent. I found this little Twitter news source that I thought was kind of cool. On Twitter, they are Minecraft News, and they just kind of relay things that are, up to date, updates that are happening with Notch, and just big, news videos that are, gone viral or whatever. Anyway, it's just kind of a neat little thing to add onto your Twitter list. And, let's see, what else we got here?
Should we save some for the next episode?
Sure.
So we don't run out of links?
Yeah, sure.
And, of course, if you have a great link, send it to us so we can, tell people about it.
Yes. And, we don't have a bumper for this one, but this one is Listener Contributions.
Listener contributions.
This is where we read your emails or we play your audio files.
Do you want to read this one?
You read it since you sound all ready to go.
It's Golden Buns with a pro tip in Minecraft. When you see adminium, and that is the material at the bottom of the world, like if you dig deep enough, you will get to adminium eventually.
Yeah.
You are able to dig around it sometimes, but Golden Buns recommends do not do so, because if you dig around the adminium, you might fall into the void. Underneath the world, there is a huge void, and if you fall into it, you will eventually die and lose all of your stuff. So all that diamond that you collected digging around the adminium, it will go away. Additionally, when you reach the bottom, diamond can only be found in the bottom 16 layers of the map. So there is no point in digging above that.
4 diamonds.
Yes.
I like that one. I'm sure it's out there on a site somewhere, but I would like to see like a cross section, almost like Dig Dug. And I'd almost like to make a Dig Dug map, but a Dig Dug thing that tells you the layer numbers and what can be found in those layers.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost maybe we could build something like that.
Yeah.
But then that'd be real life and lame.
True. We have another one from Mittens Kittens.
Mittens Kittens.
And,
so we got a bumper just for.
He sent in 6 questions, so
Let's do one.
I'm just going to ask the first one and spread this sucker out. This is short and sweet. What is your favorite thing to do in Minecraft?
My favorite thing to do so far is to try and sculpt the active ingredients. Like I'm really having a good time trying to make the lava and the water go where I want it to do and do the things that I want it to do. I really wish there were more unpredictable elements like water and lava.
Yeah.
I like some of that stuff. I like the I think the most enjoyable thing I have right now is messing with the physics of the game, like trying to figure out how you can get water to do this or lava to do that, and but then in between that, just the building.
Let's see. My favorite thing to do in multiplayer is collaboration. I love getting with a group of people and we're all doing one thing. Like when we all demolished Cheetah's strip club, it was fun. When we all go on like a journey to just discover new land and try to find some new cool structure, like a waterfall or something to build or to excavate and to turn into something. But when it's a group effort, so I really love that.
One thing I liked about multiplayer is when we were making new like homes for me and Johnny Napalm. Mm-hmm. Some people went out and started like laying down the pathways with torches and stuff on the way to our stuff, and I thought that was kind of cool. There's like this effort, hey, look, here's somebody new. Let's welcome them by making sure they have a good path to their stuff.
Yeah, build roads and stuff. Yeah, we have highway systems and stuff in our game because it's so big. It's awesome.
Yeah, in warps, we have a help center that with signs all over it for warps to all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's just, the place has gotten huge.
Yeah, that's a good thing to mention. Warping? No? Should I not mention warping? Does it tear up the game?
Let's not talk about that.
It's just part of the admin feature. Part of the GUI of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, warping is kind of a big aspect. Maybe we'll save that topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Thanks for the questions. Keep them coming. That is theshaft@deadworkers.com.
The Shaft. And we did pick up one of those questions during the episode, so we're on this stuff.
We're on it. We got people in the chat room. We're doing this thing live. It's great. So I guess that'll be about it. We're brand new, so we need some iTunes reviews to maybe help out the
prime
popularity.
The pump.
Yeah, prime the old pump. Check out twitter.com/theshaftpodcast. And I guess thank you all for listening to us talk about shafty things.
Shut your mouth. Congratulations, you made it through The Shaft alive. See show notes and leave comments for this episode at theshaft.deadworkers.com. Send questions, comments, and audio to theshaft@deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at 256-812-1010.
Ow!
Okay.
Is that episode 2?
Yeah,
That's episode 2.
Did you love it?
Sweet.
Did you like episode 2?
Yeah, that was good.
Was it lovely?
It was better than episode 1.
It was.
Top 3?
We're only getting better.
Dead Workers Party Network. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's the Shaft.